when a woman walks into the room, it's basically said a lot of times that the woman will walk in and she will not acknowledge all the other women that are sitting there. And I think men are different. If a man walks into a room, there's other men there, he doesn't even have to know them. He's like, hey, chairman,
Oga boss. I was supposed to come.
You understand? But like women, the rules it's sort of different, and we don't really know how it works. People just basically say that women supporting women is a scam.
I think women don't like each other, period.
We think we hate ourselves. My name is Gabby.
And I'm Tiny.
This is
Life as we see it.
This is very serious, honestly, because I don't know how all of this is. I know that growing up as a child, I used to have a lot of male friends more than female friends. And that's because for me personally, all that while, I just believe that guys are better friends.
Why would you think guys... Oh, you know what? First of all, you say... There was something you said at the beginning. You said, okay, women get into the room and they don't greet each other, yeah? I'm like, you're correct, Gabrielle, because women step into the room and like their nose is straight like this. They see you, they're sizing you up, but you're just not there until maybe they're asking you maybe for directions because they have to. Aside that, every woman, just most of them will just date their lane, you know, hi, this kind, and then we are. But men are more open and warm. I feel like personally, I would say it's because sometimes we try to protect ourselves. Some people have had experience where you're trying to be nice and like, why is this one being too nice? Just imagine walking into a room and saying, hi, good evening, guys, and someone just turns, sizes you up. That's happened to me.
Are you serious?
Sizes you up, and then as time goes by, it kind of it imprints on your mind that women are not going to respond to your greeting like that. Because a lot of people, it's the truth, a lot of people have experienced this and they have now become what they didn't like. E.g. me, I'm not gonna lie, and most times it's because I'm shy, I'm introverted, and then when people see me on camera they think, oh, okay, this one must be very outspoken, and yes, I am outspoken with the camera on when I'm defending something that I'm passionate about. Aside that, going into a room filled with people, I'm very self-conscious. I'm just very scared. I'm like, let me not go and greet somebody's child and child now be sizing me up and looking.
But if it's a guy, you feel like that?
No.
So
I don't know why.
Why?
Is it not you that said you preferred like male friends?
But I actually said it because that was when I was growing up. But now that I'm growing older now, I just see that it's not easy to have male friends anymore, to be honest.
Because everybody wants to date.
Because as you're growing up, your male friends, it feels like sometimes their interests start to change.
It's not sometimes. What is sometimes?
I'm just trying to be modest here, but it's like when you're young and then you're a little girl, you know, you're like the guy that is your friend because you want to be your friend. True. But as you're growing older, the guy that is your friend might be your friend because
yes.
He might be your friend because maybe there's something else that he wants. Maybe he's hoping that, someday we'll be, move away from friendship to become more than friends. So dealing with male friendships as you grow older as a woman sometimes gets even harder, to be honest. Except maybe you are like married, and then, even then you have
to be very strategic in the way you have your relationship.
Because your husband is supposed to be like your best friend, and he's gonna be.
I feel like that's like a whole other lane.
I know,
a whole topic of another.
But at the end of the day, your husband can't be the one that will say, I don't approve of this male friendship, because he feels like he's raising eyebrows, on that particular friendship. Why does Dio call you so much?
But then would you say guys are better friends?
Definitely, I will say that, but at the same time, I've had so many really great female friendships, and they're two different things. I can't really compare, because some things that my female friends can do for me, my male friends can't do it, and some things my male friends can do for me, my female friends can't do it. So it's like every one of those gender friends,
they can be there for you in ways like the other person cannot. And those two different ways, or those two different functions, are both valuable to you. So that's the reason you can't.
That's the reason why I can't really pick. And honestly, now I feel like I don't have a lot of female friends, and I feel like I'm trying to build female friends. The other day I was talking to someone that I met, another lady, and we're planning, let's go and have brunch. For me, I feel like that's cute, and I'm like, okay, I don't mind. Let's try this whole thing out and see where this leads.
Okay, so somebody also said, I said somebody. Gabrielle also said that can women really support women, and like women supporting women is scam. And I said, yeah, women don't really like women. And I'm going to tie it now to what you just said, how your relationship with men tend to seem a lot better. Now, women are very emotional. They don't think objectively.
Tiny.
Wait, calm down, down. I'm taking us somewhere.
Be going.
So I feel this because, women, we can be very sentimental, very emotional. Okay. But men are logical in nature. They are more objective. Like, oh, you're offended. See, a woman can have an issue with her male friend now. I have one major issue with my male friend. In fact, I did this person dirty. You get. But after one conversation,
why do you do that type of thing?
But that's
why did you do that?
But even though upon still regardless, and do you know the funny thing? I can only do this to my male friend if now we're woman. You now start thinking, because we can blow stuff out of proportion. So, as I was saying, I did this person dirty, or I offended this person. Okay. And we only had to have one conversation. And before you know, we're like, fine, I understand, I get it. And before you know it, this guy is your friend again. Okay. He's not overthinking things. He's not, there's a way he can, men are so easy and
to understand,
simple.
To deal with, right?
Yeah, they're so simple. Okay. But if I offended my female friend, Gabs,
what happened?
And that's the honest truth. It's going to drag out for longer. It's not like we cannot reconcile.
Wait. Sorry, I need to ask you this. It's going to drag out for long. Do you think it's probably because of you as well? Because you're a lady as well. Need to now. Okay, so because you're a lady and that person's a lady, you guys are going to be dragging it.
Yes.
I feel like I'm very simple as a woman, to be honest.
Oh my God.
I feel like, to be honest, I'm just saying, regardless of whether it's a guy or a lady that has problems with me, I feel like I'm one of the easiest people to actually deal with in terms of sorting out challenges or sorting out fights. I feel like all he needs is one conversation for me and then we're back.
Well, I mean, one conversation happens to me and we're back, okay. Right? As long as, it's logical.
Depends on the person.
Depending on the person.
Right,
so you can't say that. You can't say that, oh, we don't have it. Because there's some women that have, for example, someone has offended you. Your female friend has offended you. But she's still claiming rights. But I'm telling you that even if a guy is claiming rights, he would dead the issue faster than a girl. Period. And that's on no cap. Okay. And it's not because I'm supporting men, because I still think men are scum. But yes, that's what I said.
Okay, so I want to ask you another thing. So is it that I feel like, a lot of people feel that women are generally always competing with themselves. So it's like when it comes to attention for men, you see two female friends, but then they're like competing for attention for men. And I don't know, I feel like we're competitive.
I feel like society, it's not because of us. It's the life we were born into. I feel like society is constantly pitting women against themselves. Yeah. Because you see somebody with for example, you see somebody with a certain body type, and society is just really highlighting how, see this body, if it doesn't look like this, it's not the body. Do you understand? And then other females start to feel, okay, does that mean that I'm less of who I am because I don't look like this person? And then you're wondering why they don't like this person. It's because I beg.
So we used to get jealous of each other.
Not because of us, but because this is what society has done to us. Society constantly puts women up against each other for. And it's I think they pit us against each other for very, very mundane and, if I may say, very ordinary, unimportant things like beauty, for example. Angela Bassett was speaking one time. She was speaking in an interview and she was like, somebody says that like the worst thing someone can tell a woman is that she's not beautiful, because that really strips you of everything that you are outside of like just looking a certain way, having your face. You didn't pick your face, but there's so many other things that you are, so many other things that you bring to the table as a woman that goes beyond what you look like, right? And then you tell someone that you're not pretty because there's someone else somewhere that people think is pretty and should be the standard. Do you understand? Okay. So what do you say to someone who is not as strong as, for example, Angela Bassett, to break through that stereotype and be a woman? It's hard to not be envious because it's in our See, envy comes with being a human being.
Okay.
You see something that you want and another person already has it. And then you're not like, what am I doing wrong? I mean, I and this person, just like two friends that grew up together, for example, and imagine we're working at the same job, Gabrielle, and all of a sudden you're buying hair, you're flying abroad for holidays. I'm like, Father Lord, am I a carpenter? Father Jesus, am I a tomato? Do you understand? And it's not like the person is being envious because of you, Gabrielle. The person is being envious because I want what this person has too, not because I want to hurt you or anything. This is why I'm saying, okay, we are envious. And I feel like we don't want to tell ourselves the truth. Like, oh no, I'm not envious. So it's pretense, serious pretense. And that brings, I think we were having a conversation one time. Gabby and I were having a conversation one time. I was telling her about how other women present, just like when you're winning and your friend is not winning and you're very insensitive to the fact that this person is not winning like I am. And then you come and be like, oh, I just bought a new car, and your friend is struggling to pay her rent. I just bought a new car. You know what? Next week, I'm going to go and buy a new hair. Oh my God, that hair is 500K. It's 500K. And your friend has
and
not
you're not
even bought.
about...
You're so insensitive. And now if this person opens her mouth to tell you, the way you're talking about this thing, it pain me, you. Because, I mean, I'm going through a lot and you're not being considerate. Do you know that this baby girl is most probably going to go out and say, she's jealous?
Honestly, because
people cannot withstand my progress.
I wonder how guys handle things when it comes to, stuff like this in their own friendships. But me, I've had a situation where I had a friendship breakup. And because I was going to ask you about friendship breakups. Guys, we're talking about the dynamics of female friendship. That's what we've been on about all through, all this while. And there are just a lot of important things that I want us to talk about, and part of it is when you talk about female friendship breakups, it happens a lot. That's one thing. I feel like guys, before they break up a friendship, it's like it takes a while for a guy to say, I'm no longer friends with this guy anymore. But for a girl, it happens a lot. That's one thing I've noticed. I've had a couple of them myself, where you guys are friends, he's a female, you're a female, all of a sudden the person just starts to give you attitude. The person is just like, sees you coming and starts behaving funny. And you're like, I don't understand. Are you jealous of me? Because I don't get what's going on.
Yeah, I think I experienced something. It wasn't a breakup because I met this person. I was really supportive of her. We kind of do the same thing, and I don't know. It's one of two things. Maybe because I don't know the reason, but all of a sudden this person is starting to, shield her, like be on her own. And I started to look at it. I support you, but you don't do anything. Like you don't even try. You don't check in on me. I'm the one that calls you or check. The only time you text me is when you need something or you want to ask me for something. You shall need my help. That's when you're texting me. And it's just not. It wasn't making any sense. And when I stopped reaching out, she stopped reaching out. And I was like, okay, nah, we're not friends. Let's move on, So I feel sometimes people are intimidated by sometimes not what you have or even your potential. They're just intimidated. And I feel it goes both ways. Just both men and women do this.
Have you had a friendship breakup before, Tiny? How did it go?